Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back for another reading, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. I am super grateful that you are here. Guys, I hope that you are having a most excellent day. It is Tuesday, May 20th of 2025. It is 4:49 p.m. on the clock as we begin the message. Today's message is going to be a shorter one. I just wanted to touch on some energies that came up surrounding a DF or Divine Feminine who has a very beautiful blue aura or a lot of blue in their aura. Once again, that Divine Feminine energy could be male or female, or someone who identifies as either. It's more so about the energy that this person is primarily operating out of and what I'm really seeing in the download. So guys, big shout out to the subscribers of the channel and those who are visiting the channel for the first time. Definitely like, share, subscribe if you are enjoying the energy here at the Ora-gen Channel. And definitely hit the all button so that way you get all of the notifications as videos come out. A lot of interesting energies here on YouTube right now. There is quite a bit of shadow banning and different things. So definitely taking all the steps that you can to try to get the videos or information about the videos coming out is definitely advisable if you don't want to miss a message that is resonating for you. So guys, let's dive right into this energy today. Not only did I see a Divine Feminine with a beautiful blue aura, I also saw that there was something in their energy that had to do with layers, because I saw a top layer and a bottom layer, and then I saw a lot of layers in between. So something in the energy today about layers and a beautiful blue aura. I did do a pre-pull on this one, and I was able to see from the Sacred Soul Messages deck something here about where there is rain, there is hope for a treasure. Where there is, I'm sorry guys, where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. I need to put my glasses on. So something here happened where something went wrong. Something went, or at least seemingly went wrong. Something felt like it got ruined. And maybe you've been going through a rough time, but you're being encouraged that there is going to be a good outcome and that everything is going to work out. Okay? Somebody might like to camp or be in the great outdoors enjoying nature. I do see some camping things or camping themes on the card. And then the next card that we had here was the Stop Playing Small, You Are the Universe in Ecstatic Motion. This one talks about courage, moving forward, making progress and action. So this one came out in the reverse. Something here about an energy that is needing to really step into a space of courage as they are moving forward, understanding that they are going to make progress, but some action more than likely is needed of you. So if there's an energy within yourself right now of having to step back or maybe do a little bit less to make others less uncomfortable, I guess. Something here about playing it small, but you're being encouraged that you cannot contain this energy that is within you in this way. You are the universe in motion, ecstatic motion. So you're being encouraged to really move in that way. And if there's an energy of playing it small, you're being encouraged to release that. And that's probably why they came out in reverse. And then we had the You Are Not a Drop in the Ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Stand out, perspective, bringing things together. So there's something here about like the way, once again, you're viewing yourself. You're not like this minuscule part of the universe. You are actually a a grand representation of the universe, maybe in a small package, but still a grand representation of the universe because of the energy that you have within you and what it represents. So you're being encouraged to really look at your perspective on things. How are you viewing whatever this issue or matter is? And you're being encouraged not to make yourself small or play it small, but focus on standing out. This was in the upright. Someone also might be a water sign or like to be near the water. Or I do see a hand holding a large drop of water. So somebody may have a gift or ability that has to do with manipulating water. Very interesting. So I wanted to grab some information here from the character deck because I wanted to see what this really had to do with, and really a little bit more about whom this message might resonate with. So the energies that we pulled on were, telling us a little bit more about why we were looking into this reading today, like why this energy is coming up, what we need to know about the energy, and then lastly, what can we do, or what mindset, what energy shift or changes we need to make in association with the energy today. So for whomever resonates with this message, and definitely, even if this message isn't specifically yours, I'm quite sure there's something that everyone can take away from today's energy, just based on the topics that are coming up about playing it small and how to really step into the work that you're here to do, not minimizing that. And there's something here about layers, it's not just a simple one and done. It has to do with an understanding that in order to address whatever it is we're addressing, we need to see that there are many layers to this matter. And we're about to find out more about what that means here. But there are many layers to this matter. So something about perspective or viewpoint. Wow, that's a lot of energy at once. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We have something here about a vendor. Vendor is the first card out. This is the character deck, okay, guys? Somebody might be an entrepreneur, okay? Someone might be an entrepreneur or some sort of merchant or retailer. We have the homeless card in reverse. This talks about unemployment, solitude, hunger, bankruptcy, and wandering. This was in reverse. So somebody might be turning a business around or turning around an opportunity, or somebody might be having an opportunity to turn something around with a business. We have the lawyer card in the upright. This one talks about a keeper of justice, law, cases, defense, and advisor. Somebody might be dealing with a legal matter associated with a business or a business opportunity, turning something around in regard to that. Maybe a bankruptcy or something going wrong with the business. Looks like there's some sort of legal issue here. And then I see driver. This one talks about a navigator of journeys, steering, safe passage, and welcome. Interesting. Somebody is navigating something that is complex. There's layers to it. But I do see this is in the upright, and there is something here about a safe passage. So it doesn't look like you're about to be stuck in this energy, but it's like there's something more to it than just maybe surface issues here. Something here about playing something small, and where there's ruin, there's hope. So maybe something needs to change here about your perspective on how you're viewing this matter, or how to repair your business, or whatever this is that you're doing in an entrepreneurial manner, okay? Okay, so let's go on ahead and really interesting. Let's take a look at another one of our decks here just to kind of get an idea of like what we need to understand about how to look at this energy today. Let's grab the Truth Oracle and let's see what the Truth Oracle has to say. Spirit, what is the truth about this matter today, this energy that we are looking at today? Tell us more. Let's see what the deck has to say here. All right. So, energy on this reading. Spirit, tell us more about the truth of this matter. What does collectives need to know, those who resonate with this energy, in order to help themselves? Something here about a blue aura, many layers to a matter. When I think of blue, I think of the throat chakra. Or it could be that water theme again. Someone might be a water sign. Let's see. Spirit, messages here for the collectives. What do we need to understand about today's reading? What is the truth here? All right. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have the Apple card. This one talks about wisdom, death, sexuality, and joy. This almost kind of sounds like root chakral energy. Something here about wisdom, something here you need to tap into regarding wisdom. Spirit, please clarify. What else do we have here? What's the truth on this matter? So we can understand this message a little bit more today. Let's see what we have coming up. What is the truth on this matter, Spirit? Thank you. Wow, we have roll the dice. This one talks about taking a chance, a risk, and a leap of faith. Wow. So guys, just as I'm looking at the energy here, looks like the many layers that whomever resonates with today's energy is dealing with has to do with like a legal matter associated with a business, something that is challenging to navigate, but you are being assured because it's in the upright, there will be safe passage through whatever this is. But you need to tap into your wisdom here, and that might look like you taking a leap of faith or taking a chance on something that might look a little risky or maybe something you weren't thinking you were going to end up doing here. Okay. But it might turn out to be like for your best benefit based on whatever's happening here with your business or with this entrepreneurial opportunity. Thank you, Spirit. So we have affairs in reverse, mistress or third party. Okay, so there might be some third party energy here, or maybe that was a past energy because it is in reverse. So this could be indicating that if there was that energy here, it no longer is here. That is interesting that this came up with the lawyer situation. I don't know if someone in the collectives is dealing with like a divorce or some sort of separation from a long-term partner where things need to be divided up or something like that. And so a lawyer might be involved, especially where there's businesses and assets. So this could have something to do with managing that. So there's something about the way you're looking at this that you need to maybe shift or open up your perspective on. And then we have the rest card. It was in reverse. This one talks about pause, journey, and new beginning. This was in reverse. You know, it's interesting that this card came out right after the affairs card. So there could be something here for some of you who it resonates with. Definitely only take it if it resonates. That there is no new beginning for some sort of relationship. Maybe it was a third party relationship or something like that. Like there will not be a new beginning for that. Also, the rest card could imply that somebody is not in a state of pause or somebody feels like there will not be a new beginning to something. It could also imply that maybe you're going to be going a different direction with whatever you're doing for work or whatever business you have. There might be something that you need to start doing something different with, or maybe you're not having to worry about changing something at this point because the new beginning is in reverse. So it might also imply that someone has a business where they will not have to worry about starting again because you are being given safe passage through this time period here. Whatever challenges you're going through is going to have an outworking that works such that you can, maintain your business or whatever it is that you're doing here. So there's a lot going on in the energy. So I'm picking up on definitely multiple energies at once. This is a collective reading, but there's a lot of energies I'm picking up on that are dealing with complex energy at this time and trying to figure out how they're going to navigate it. That seems to be the theme of this reading, and that's the layered energy. So for those of you who resonate and are dealing with something like this in the energy, you are really being encouraged at this time to be mindful that situations like these can be complex. And so something that might look like, there isn't a way through, or something that looks too difficult or too challenging, you might need to really sit with things for a moment so that way you can really tap into your higher self, your intuition as to how to navigate this instead of just going with an emotional response or the first thought that comes up, because this looks really complex. I'm seeing somebody with a business who's dealing with some legal matters. I'm seeing somebody who has the ending of a marriage or a long-term relationship who has some legal matters, maybe is, dividing up assets. Something is going to look like taking a chance, a risk, or a leap of faith. But you're being encouraged that in order to have this new beginning or to move through this part of your experience, you might need to shift the way that you're looking at things so that way you can tap into your intuition. So somebody might be in a mindset like everything's destroyed, everything's ruined. There's no way for me to move forward from this. I'm done. When in fact, what Spirit is saying is where there is ruin, there is hope for a treasure. So you're being encouraged maybe to shift your viewpoint towards a potential viewpoint so that way you can see your way through this matter. And please remember, everything is not surface. It's not just what's happening in the present moment. Your guides, your intuition, your higher self, your spirit team, if you allow them, can help you to see a different way of looking at this matter so you can navigate it. So I see a lot of energy on the table here to encourage that. Let's see if there's anything else here we need to understand. Spirit, any other information here to help us with how we should view this reading today and things that the collective needs to take away? What's the truth, Spirit? Wow, that was a lot of energy that just hit the floor. Hang on, guys. Okay, so if I had to take a guess, I would say that probably happened because there's a card that Spirit was trying to get to and it wasn't coming up. So I'm going to tell you what's here, okay? We have the Forgotten Person card in the upright. We have Talent in reverse, Photographs in reverse, Torment in reverse, Addiction in reverse, Silence in reverse, Drinking is upright. And then we have the Mirror, which talks about reflection. Yeah, it looks like there's a forgotten past person, an old friend, relationship. It could even be a part or aspect of yourself, collectives, who wasn't tapping in to their natural gifts and abilities, okay? And the photographs card really is giving me, more so than someone looking at photos, someone really not looking into or understanding or working with, past information, knowledge, memories, maybe in association with your gifts and abilities. It's like something something from the past that they're not looking into, and no longer in torment about. Okay, the torment card is in reverse. Somebody may have had an addiction to something, either a behavior or to a substance, but they're no longer quiet about this. They're no longer keeping silent. Something here about coercion or a hint. Maybe somebody was being coerced into something and was feeling very stressed and was utilizing substances of some kind. But they're no longer doing that. All of this energy is in reverse in relation to a forgotten person, either an aspect of yourself or an actual, like, past person, friend, relationship, associate, companion. Somebody is imbibing quite a bit. We have the drinks card in the upright. So somebody is drinking quite a bit. They could be liquor, coffee, tea, water, but based on the addiction card, I would probably guess that this has to do with alcohol usage, okay? So if you've been feeling stressed, definitely, and you're noticing that you're using substances like alcohol and, even plant medicine, you're using it quite frequently, and it's supposed to, you're using it to numb something. You're being encouraged to be mindful about that, okay? But this also could be past person energy, like somebody feeling this way about you. So take the energy as it resonates, guys. And then we have the mirror card, which talks about reflecting on something. Somebody's reflecting on some of this energy from the past. This might have to do with this third party energy that came up on the table. So for those of you who resonate with this part of the message, you're being encouraged to really pause and reflect on whatever's happened here. It could even be for some of you that a past person coming back into your space, energetically, physically, whatever, while you were involved with another person or another situation, could have got this ball rolling here, where you're now having legal issues or maybe the end of a long-term relationship due to a third party basically returning or stepping on the scene, so to speak. So there's a lot going on here, guys. I'm going to grab just like some closing energy here because there's a lot of layers to this message. But I think the biggest thing that you're being encouraged to do here is to really take some time to really sit with what is coming up around this instead of being quick to make decisions and quick to believe that everything is destroyed and ruined. You're getting an opportunity to make some choices here and maybe to really step into using your throat chakra a little bit better, speaking up and sharing, things with energies that are supportive or like somebody has legal help here on the table, talking with your legal help and asking them more about like how you can navigate this situation. Something here about your throat chakra because I'm seeing so much blue in your aura. You're definitely someone who is going through a lot of complicated situations right now. If it's not all of these, maybe it's one or two, but there's a lot of different things happening all at once. I do see that. So you're being encouraged to really look at your viewpoint. Everything's not ruined. That's the biggest thing I see coming through here. Everything is not ruined. Potentially for a water sign or someone who likes to be by the water, everything is not ruined. This is an opportunity for growth. Somebody is dealing with a lot of energy right now. Okay, Spirit, what's a closing message here? Wow, this was already flipped. Let's see what this says. Yeah, you're being encouraged to release attachments, guys. Wow. This one talks about something you need to let go of. It's either a limiting belief, an untruth, or a negative behavior. It's holding you back and keeping you from stepping into your true potential and happiness. Guys, that's what just flew out the deck. We're going to grab one more. Somebody needs to release some sort of limiting belief or negative attachment here. Let's see. What do we got? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Yeah, and you're being encouraged to be brave. I have the bravery card here. It says you're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make this decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. Yeah, there's a decision that somebody needs to make, which is going to help them with all of this energy that they're dealing with at this time. And who knows, this energy might be coming up specifically because you haven't made this decision. And so there's a lot of things attached to that energetically that is now coming up for you kind of all at once. So you're being encouraged to really take a look at the layers of this. Everything's not ruined, but there is some things that you can do to help yourself. There are some limiting beliefs and some attachments that you have here that are not helping, okay? But you are being encouraged that you will have safe passage through this challenging period, but there's some things you need to release. So I hope this message was helpful for whomever is here with me today on the Ora-gen Channel, just sharing some space with the collectives. And for those of you whom this message was not your message, I hope that you're able to take something away about your viewpoint and about how to shift your mindset when navigating like multiple challenges at once, moving into a mindset that's more like potential oriented, and taking a moment, taking a breath when we're feeling overwhelmed, getting regulated, and then looking at, okay, what do we have on the table here? Instead of just reacting and responding through emotion, which can lead us into decisions that may not be the best decision. There are a lot of layers here. So you're being encouraged to really look at this situation in its entirety. Okay, guys, whatever this is, there's so many different energies on the table. I couldn't even begin to tell you everything, but definitely we have some people here dealing with, potential loss of a business or fear of loss of a business, and, maybe a relationship gone south, third party energy, maybe a breakup, a divorce, the end of a long-term relationship, some dividing of assets, some legal issues. Those are some things that I can see on the table. So guys, sending so much love, light, and support out to all of you who are dealing with these energies at this time, especially because there's so many of them at once. Definitely, if you would like a personal reading to look further into your specific situation, feel free to reach out to me. My email is listed in the description box, and I'm happy to reply and set up a personal reading for you so we can understand more about how to help. But feel free to also leave comments in the chat. And I definitely am so grateful that you were able to be here with me today for this reading. Once again, guys, my name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. And I do look forward to being with you in the next reading. Love and light, guys.